Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent untold stories. It seems like the big sea is on the rise in Saint Vincent and also in Grenada. Persons are now being asked to take the jab. And some have reached out to Untold Stories saying, Untold, you are one of the most influential persons on social media. If you tell people to take it and you explain to them properly why is it important, they would. Julian, a member of the big man's team, was in the red zone. And his eyes met up with the eyes of Untold Stories. And it was like nothing ever seen before. And he was speaking to some individuals, and they must have told him that is the powerful Untold Stories going there. I remember I told you that some farmers are from the red zone did not get paid, and I told you I would explain it in an episode. Well, it was scheduled for the last one, but I am going to tell you what is happening in this one. So right now we are going to look into all those untold stories. Big ups to all of my subscribers. And if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon if you wish to see more videos like this one. Are you seeing St. Vincent right now? A lot of business owners are getting frustrated because they want the place to reopen. And some of them are doing things undercover. What I want the local business owners to understand, the big C is not just in St. Vincent alone. It is worldwide. So probably we might go down to zero, and we saw that happen already, and then we rose back up. And now it leaves us to wonder if the big C is going to last forever. We have seen they have tried many methods, bush, jab, tablets, and none of those seem to be working. And when I say working, I mean find a cure. Some might help you recover, but it is still not a cure because you have to have this thing for a little while first before it goes away. By the looks of things, we could not even blame the big man or the regime anymore. It would have come in anyhow you put it. At Untold Stories, I am not an expert when it comes to those things. But they are saying that the only alternative is to take the jab. Others are saying, then if you take the jab, why do you still have to wear a mask? And now they are saying that the jab would only build up the immune system. It would be a cure. It have some persons that would say something and do the opposite thing. You see, at Untold Stories right now, we are trying to live a positive life. Certain things we are not doing anymore. Once we say that we are going to do that thing, we are going to do it. Some business places are asking for the place to reopen so that they can start back a business in full again. But let me show you something. Some persons are still having activities that is causing social gatherings. Trying to grab and grab, forgetting that when you leave with absolutely nothing. No matter how expensive the casket is, you are going home. Yeah, man, when the digger them try on the dot, stop it now. See if you can stop it. See if you can put out 1 million and 1.5 million or $2 million. See how much you could tell them. Don't throw it on no more. You don't want to go down in that hole. At Untold Stories, I would have said this. If you figure that the job would help you, no problem, you can take it. But if you don't want to, then it should be your choice. So the best thing for you to do is to have your hand sanitizer on you at all times. If you know that your immune system is not so strong, please practice social distancing. So it is not like we come on here telling persons not to take the job. We are telling them it is their choice. If they wanted to, then go ahead. You see, people are getting thoughts in their minds because the regime has told us so many lies that they don't trust the regime. But they have confidence in persons like Untold Stories. So if we say something, then they are going to say, yes, Untold Stories looked up and got the correct information. So what I am telling the general public now is to check the statistics, check the other countries, see if the job is saving life. You can look at the numbers and say, you know what, then the job is working. But if not, then you might have to reconsider. I am not going to give anyone any false information. And as I said before, we don't have enough knowledge about the job. You see, the only problem we have with it at Untold Stories, is making it mandatory. Because as I said before, everything doesn't work for everyone. You can't know that a person is allergic to something and you try to give them still. That not make sense. Put on one of your relative glasses and see if the islands is not different. Not because your relatives mean that you can see from the same glasses. So it seems like taking the job. And not because you may look big and strong means that you are capable of taking it. You see, there is a lot of false information circulating around social media. And I want to say this, when you get the information, please make sure that the news site is authentic. Authentic therein means it should be real, not like something that you don't know about. Look for things like CNN, BBC, and so forth. When you look at some of the links being shared, it is always www dot this, www dot that, with some weird headlines that you don't even know where these articles were published from. So I'm saying, if it's a news site that you are not so familiar with, you have to ask someone if that page is authentic or not. I explained to you how it is going to go down. They are going to say that frontline workers must take as a job, and then they are going to tell the general public in order to go into these institutions, you have to take the job as well. You see, like how the big man is doing things, that is not the right way. If he wants the people to really take that job, he has to reach out to some of the relatives of persons who lost loved ones and let them explain the situation. It have some Vincent living abroad that went to Dovecat because of the big sea. But the big man needs to talk to them and let them do interviews, telling the general public what is important. A lady from the red zone reached out to me and she told me that she had some lands in the orange zone. And the first time that they paid, she received $500. And the second time, she did not receive anything. They said that they were going to pay on the 12th of September for those farmers from the red zone who have lands in the orange zone, persons who generally have lands in the orange zone. And she's saying that some of their names were taken off of the list because they called on the 12 and they are saying the list is still not ready yet. Which kind of list was not ready yet? And the man them have farmers ID, and in the first place, the reason why they got the IDs is because you came and you checked around and make sure that they had lands. So what are you telling us? That's a lame excuse. Some might say, well, untold, the way how you hit the hammer right and the nail head. That they would come for you. You me hear better cockroach than them. Even some bad man did page man a jail long time ago. And them did have to simmer down. Because you see, they realized that we were not telling lies. Their cases are even in some of the records in the Supreme Court. And let me tell you something. No matter how bad a man is, you will meet his time. So all them are going to puff up them chest and I said this and I said that. Just remember rain a fall pan one man who stop. Some of them are say, well, untold take down this and take down that. And when I meet them face to face, them coward like a dog. With that being said, I just want to big up the entire population in St. Vincent, the regional islands and the international countries who are supporting and praying for us during these difficult times. We thank you. I'm out.